The Flag of Quebec, the Monte Carlo Rally, and the DeLorean are all on this day. Welcome back to On This Day. Today's date is January 21st, 2021. It is the 21st day of the year, and there are 344 days left in 2021. It's the third Thursday in the fourth week, and if it's your birthday, you're an Aquarius. Today is National Hug Day. National Hug Day was invented by Kevin Zabroni in 1986. The observance encourages everyone to give hugs, but it is important to ask for permission first. Why don't we just skip it this year? We'll just, we'll pick it back up next year. No hugging this year. Wait till 2022. At least I hope we'll be able to in 2022. National Hug Day occurs every year on January 21st. All right, let's see what else January 21st is giving us. 1911, the first Monte Carlo Rally takes place. I was always kind of amazed with this. I've watched it several times. I'm not really sure why I was interested in it. I'm not a big motor sports fan or never have been, but for some reason, I've always taken a lot of interest in this. 1948, the Flag of Quebec, or Quebec, whichever you want to call it, is adopted and flown for the first time over the National Assembly of Quebec. The day is marked annually as Quebec Flag Day. 1954, the first nuclear-powered submarine, the USS Nautilus, is launched in Groton, Connecticut by Mamie Eisenhower, the First Lady of the United States. I read a book on Eisenhower. I don't know much about Mamie Eisenhower, but apparently she was the sweetest thing to ever set foot in that White House. Everyone said she was just a wonderful lady. I should read up on her. 1968, a B52 bomber crashes near Thule Air Base in Greenland. Now, I've heard it called Thule, but I've also heard it called Thule Air Base. I think it's Thule. But anyway, the crash contaminates the area after its nuclear payload ruptures. One of the 4 bombs remains unaccounted for after the cleanup operation is complete. Yeah, you're missing a nuclear bomb. How does that happen? I'm curious. 1981, production of the iconic DeLorean sports car begins in Northern Ireland. Now, John DeLorean's car company failed. John DeLorean was an engineer and executive for General Motors, and he worked for different auto industry people, and when he decided to start his own company, he took DeLorean to Ireland because of tax breaks and different things like that. A lot of companies do stuff like that nowadays. Back then, it wasn't done as often. Anyway, he was arrested by the FBI for attempting to finance drug trafficking back in the 80s. They have this big case and big trial, and it's all over the news, and in the end, he was acquitted because the judge felt the FBI set him up. And they found out that a lot of the informants and things like that, they were lying. They basically set this man up, and a lot of people say, and their theory is, it's because he took his car company to Ireland instead of doing it in the United States. Speaking of drugs, 1999, the war on drugs. In one of the largest drug busts in American history, the United States Coast Guard intercepts a ship with over 9,000 pounds of the devil's dandruff. You know, that white powder that was big in the 80s? I can't say the word because it'll probably tip off the algorithm and I'll get demonetized. Even though it's a news thing about, the Colombian marching powder, I can't say it. That's what Robin Williams called it one time, Colombian marching powder. 2003, a 7.6 magnitude earthquake strikes the Mexican state of Colima, killing 29 and leaving approximately 10,000 people homeless. Speaking of homeless, movies released on January 21st, 2011, Hobo with a Shotgun. This movie sucked. But if you know the backstory to it, it's amazing. Quentin Tarantino and some other people, obviously, decided to make a movie kind of like they used to in the 70s. These exploitation movies that just had like topless girls and some kind of monster killing people, and they decided to bring those back for this one movie. And it was called Grindhouse, and it was in 2007. It was an American double feature that comprised of horror films Planet Terror and Death Proof. The film pays homage to the 1970s exploitation films shown in now defunct Grindhouse theaters. As such, each film is headlined by a fake trailer of the same genre. One of those trailers was Hobo with a Shotgun. It was just part of a movie supposed to be this fake trailer. Well, so many people liked it, they decided to make the movie Hobo with a Shotgun. Yeah, it's absurd. I mean, it ranks right up there with Sharknado, but yeah, Hobo with a Shotgun. One of the greatest movies ever, just because of the title. No other reason. I remember those movies. They were weird, but I've seen enough of them, usually on late night cable. But it was always something like, Bikini Death Beach. See what happens when you frolic too long in the water. It was always something like that, and there was always a guy doing the trailer that had a very deep voice. Bikini Death Beach. Born on January 21st, 1956, Robbie Benson, American actor and director. I liked him back in some of his older movies were really good. And then he just kind of dropped off the face of the earth. But since he quit working, he's written a novel and he composed songs, and one of them was for the movie The Breakfast Club in 1985, the John Hughes movie. Then he was a professor at New York University, the University of Utah, and the University of South Carolina, and even Indiana University. Obviously, it was in theater and stuff like that, but yeah, he just quit acting and did other things, I guess. Died on January 21st. Just last year, 2020, Terry Jones, Welsh actor, director, and screenwriter. He is best known as a member of the Monty Python comedy team. He died at the age of 77 due to complications from dementia. All right, that's today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you got some information out of it. Now go out and have a productive day. Be nice to each other.